All right, so like I said, I'm going to show you the steps it takes to beat word problems. Because let's face it, a lot of you guys read things and you don't even listen to yourselves. You just make a bunch of noise come out of your faces. So we got to do better than that. Remember, we're trying to be better than the monkeys. Okay? So we are going to read things and we are going to understand the words that came out of our faces. Everybody understand? Yes.
Yes.
All right, so let's write this down in your notebooks. How to beat word problems. Okay? And come on, when you take the STAR test is more a reading test than it is a math test. It's way more reading than math, which doesn't make sense, but oh well. That's what it is. Okay? All right, so this is how you're going to beat a word problem. Okay? First off, you're going to read it 3 times. Read it 3 times, including the answers. A lot of times you guys don't read the answers. I don't know why. The answers are right in front of your faces, calling your name. So read them. Every time you take a multiple choice test, which is pretty much all the tests you guys take in this class, which the district makes, well, I wouldn't say makes, but the district gives us, they're multiple choice. So the answers are right there in front of your faces, kids. And usually 2 of them are total bogus answers. And you can easily get rid of them. So it's really like 2 choices. It's a 50-50 shot at answering every single question that you are given correctly. That's a pretty high odds. It's a pretty high probability that you can get it right. Okay? All right, so once you read it 3 times and you fully understand it and you include yourself in the story, that helps a lot out actually. If you change the names on the STAR questions or on any multiple choice question you take, a word problem, to your name, you can relate to it better and you can make more sense of it. Okay? And come on, let's face it, all the names on the STAR are always names that you probably never heard. They're very like ethnic names, like very Indian names or Chinese names or whatever names, and they just throw it in there just to throw you off. That's it. Okay, because they're jerks, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, if you don't like the name on there, scratch it off and put yours. All right, here's the 5 steps. Ready? Step number 1. You need to be writing this down. You're going to ask yourself these questions. What is the problem about? Okay, just what is the problem about? If you read a problem and it's about a kid riding a bike, just put that, kid riding a bike. Don't tell me any numbers, don't tell me any fancy math lingo. Just tell me what you just read. It's about some girl making cookies or some dude, I don't know, cutting ribbon. Whatever. Just tell me that. And you don't even need to put a complete sentence. Just put what the gist of the problem is. That's it. What the little story is. Okay? All right, after you do that, you're going to do number 2, which is what keywords do, let's put a lowercase, I see. Ever since you started school, since you started doing word problems, they've been like trying to get keywords into your brains. Keywords that tell you to do things like add and subtract and multiply and divide. Okay, so a keyword like total usually means you're going to add. Okay, if it says doubled, that means you're going to multiply by 2. Stuff like that, simple keywords. And again, you don't have to write complete sentences, just give me the word right there and tell me what it means. Okay? If he spent money, the chances are you're going to subtract. So put that, spent equals subtract. And that's it. Okay? That way you have a good idea of how to solve this thing. All right, we're off to number 3. Number 3, what do the answers tell you? What do the answers tell me? And again, you're asking yourself these questions, okay? What do the answers tell me? Again, like I said in the beginning, the answers always hint towards the answer. There's almost always 2 answers that are complete and total bogus answers that are not even going to be close to how you're going to solve the problem. Okay, so you can easily get rid of 2 most of the time. I would say probably about 90% of the time you can get rid of 2 answers. Okay, the other 10%, well, you're going to have to do some work. Okay, but I mean, that's 90% that you can easily do this. That's a lot. All right, so always read the answers, always. And the things you're going to put on this question when you answer this one is they tell me either I have to estimate or I have to, I don't know, convert from feet to inches or from inches to feet, or I have to, it's about money, stuff like that. The answers will tell you what you're going to do. Okay? All right, number 4. All right, number 4 is not always going to be needed, but it's important to put in there. What formula do I need? Okay? And I'm going to put right here in parentheses, if any. Because not always do you need a formula. Okay? Not on every problem do you need a formula. Sometimes you don't need a formula at all. Okay? Sometimes you can just solve it using just basic math like adding or multiplying or dividing or subtracting. But sometimes you do. If you start getting into like volume, which you guys are going to get into, if you're going to start getting into Pythagorean theorem, which you're going to get into, or finding slope, the good old y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Those are formulas that are going to be given to you in a formula chart. Okay? So when you come up to this question, I want you to write the formula here. Okay? That way you know what you're going to use. And then the last and final question you're going to ask yourself, question number 5, is why are the other answers wrong? Why are the other answers wrong? Okay? So you're going to ask yourself, why are the other answers wrong? So there is a reason for every single answer on every single multiple choice. They are given to you on purpose, okay? There's never any just randomly selected answers, okay? They could do the wrong operation. If you add instead of subtract, that answer will be there, okay? If you forget one step, that answer will be there. Always. If there's 2 steps, like the ones where we have to find slope and y-intercept in order to get the equation, I bet you the answer for the slope, since that's the first step, would be there just because that's what you're going to jump at. Okay? And they want you to get it wrong. They want to trick you. So these are the 5 steps that you're going to follow to do word problems, because we're going to start doing a lot more word problems with slope coming up. Okay, but still, in every test that you take, you're mostly doing word problems. So doing all these 5 steps, which seems like a lot, but it's really not. You don't have to write complete sentences or anything on any of them. Just give me something quick, and that'll help you. Okay, and that'll help you understand it, because you can tell me what the problem is about. It'll help you understand it, how to solve it, because you know what keywords you're looking for. And that'll tell you what operations you're going to do. The answers will tell you what the answer is pretty much. They'll kind of hint towards what the answer is or what you need to do in order to solve the answer. If you need to convert or do anything like that, the answers will tell you. The formulas, if you need one, you're going to get a formula chart, so you have them right there. You don't even have to memorize them anymore. You have them all in the formula chart. And then the answers, once you go back to the answers, once you pick one answer, the other ones will tell you that you are 100% correct, because you know why all the other ones are wrong. Okay, so do these 5 steps and word problems can get super easy for you.